Listening to the government benches, you think that the cost of living crisis was something natural, as if it was bad weather or a freak accident. Members opposite have said that this government has done everything it can to help, but that soaring living costs, cut in support and the real value of wages falling are beyond its control. But Mr Deputy Speaker, that's simply not true. Britain is facing a cost of living crisis not in spite of the government's political choices, but because of the government's choices. Millions in the UK are struggling because of whose side this Conservative government is on. Last week, the Tories took the side of the bankers, voting to hand them a tax cut worth £1 billion a year. And then last night, they voted to slash social security for millions of people by roughly 4% in real terms. Last week, they took the side of fossil fuel giants, refusing to back a motion for a windfall tax on companies like Shell and BP. And then just a few days later, they gave the green light to energy bills soaring by nearly £700. And as the government refuses to bring forward a wealth tax on the super rich, they're hitting workers with a national insurance hike. Time and time again, they take the side of the wealthy few, not the struggling majority. Scrapping the £20 a week universal credit uplift, but handing contracts worth £880 million to a handful of Tory donors. Dumping the pensions triple lock, but letting the likes of Amazon get away with tax dodging on an industrial scale. And allowing Britain's billionaires to add an extra £106 billion to their fortunes in the pandemic, but then standing idly by as poverty gets worse and worse, with nearly 5 million children now in poverty, including around 7,000 in Coventry South. Mr Deputy Speaker, this is not inevitable. It's not a natural disaster. It's about whose side this government is on. The many or the few? Does it hand bankers a tax cut while hiking national insurance for workers, or does it do things differently? I can tell that member wants to carry on doing the same, supporting the wealthy few. The alternative is taxing the richest and funding a proper safety net. It's about bringing in a windfall tax on fossil fuel giants and stepping in to bring down energy bills. That's what the French are doing. Not letting bills soar by 54% like our government, but capping it at just 4%. Mr Deputy Speaker, there's been a lot of focus on the Prime Minister, and he should have resigned a long time ago. But it's not just him. Whether it's the member for Uxbridge, the member for Richmond, or the member for South West Norfolk, they have all voted to slash taxes for the richest while cutting support for the rest. They're all in it together, and they all need booting out. Thank you.